Thanks, man. Fantastic. This is not a commercial space, but Justin does have a book. It's called From Bars to Bitcoin. Check it out. That's all I'm going to say. All right, our next guest, a parenting coach, a financial literacy advocate, the founder of Pebble and Wave, Orange Hatter Women Initiatives, and Free Market Kids. The game's up on the second floor mezzanine. Her mission is simple: to help parents raise kids who are confident, resilient, and financially savvy. With a Yale MBA and 20 years of homeschooling experience, she knows exactly what it takes to build strong character, nurture confidence, and teach essential money skills, all in a way that's engaging and fun through storytelling and hands-on learning. Ella gusta los juegos de Bitcoin, Tali Lindberg.
Did I put in the Spanish part?
Yeah.
I did?
Yeah. I had to translate the verb too on the spot.
I don't know what happened. I didn't do it. Hello, everyone. My name is Tali. I have a question for all of you. If I don't have a whiteboard, but if I drew a line on the right side of the board, and then I drew 3 lines of unequal lengths on the left side of the board, and I asked you one simple question: which one of the 3 is the same length as the one on the right side? Just hold that question in your mind. And now I want you to imagine that every single person in the room is in conspiracy with me. You are the only one who's in the dark, okay? And I asked every person, starting from Bart in the front, and I said, which one is the same? And he gives me the wrong answer. Then I go behind him, he gives me the wrong answer. Go to Nick, he gives me the wrong answer. And we go around the entire room. And you're like, I'm pretty sure those 2 lines are not the same length. And I go to you last. Everybody else has given the wrong answer. I want you to think about how you would answer that question when I came to you. Just think about that for a second. Would your heart race a little bit faster? Would you be willing to stand up and say, wait a second, everybody else is wrong? Or would you question yourself and say, maybe I need glasses. Maybe I'm seeing something, or other people are seeing something I'm not seeing. What are we doing in the Bitcoin space right now? When we go into a room, not here, obviously, any other room of 100 people, and they ask you the question, what is Bitcoin? And 99 people in front of you said it's a scam. What would you say? I want to share a Chinese folk tale with you. So in the culture, families are related to each other in a way that makes them liable for each person's behavior. So if you commit a crime, let's say you committed treason, the emperor can not only execute you, but execute all of your family members out 9 degrees of relations. So, with that in mind, let's say there's a woman, and she is in her yard, she's washing her clothes, minding her own business, and a man comes by and says, hey, you better run. Your son just killed somebody in the marketplace. She says, that can't possibly be right. I know my son, he would never do that. Right? She goes back to washing her clothes. A few minutes later, another good-intentioned neighbor comes by and says, you better run. Your son just killed someone in the marketplace. She goes, no, that can't be right. I know my son. I am sure he didn't do it. She goes back to washing her clothes. Well, a few minutes later, another person comes by and says, you better run and you better run fast because your son just killed somebody in the marketplace. She gets up, the story goes, she gets up, she jumps over a wall, and she runs away. Now, why did she do that? Because the social person, there's a innate desire for all of us to fit into our tribe. We must. It is a survival instinct, right? So for 3 people in a row to tell her something she was so absolutely sure must be false, it took 3 people to convince her that it was possibly the truth, and she ran away. Now, what does this have to do with Bitcoin education with your children? When we talk about Bitcoin education with parents, almost every single time, the first thing I hear parents say is, well, I'm going to create a Lightning wallet, and I'm going to tell my kids the facts about money, the history of money, right? I mean, do you agree? Is that generally the first thing that comes to mind? Okay. Well, I'm here to challenge that, because you can't give facts without the facts sitting on a foundation of belief. I'm just going to put my pad down for a second. I got to talk with my hands. If we believe a level of self-worth that doesn't align with what you are offered, you're not going to resonate with the information. Would you agree with that? Okay, so before we tell our kids about the facts of Bitcoin, which the moment we tell them that, we are setting them apart from the rest of society, from all of their future peers, probably, 99.9% of them, because they are part of the fiat system. The moment we give them that information, we are putting them in a position of being different. A weirdo, okay. Yes. So how do we prepare them for that? If you just focus on the facts, then what we're missing is the strength of character that has to be backing that fact for them to do something with that information, but also so that it will not be taken away by the influence that they will inevitably be exposed to, right? So, what is that foundation? It is a unshakable understanding of who they are, of their self-worth, of inner confidence and belief in their value. And what do I mean by that? Okay, so if you think of the facts, the money facts, as seeds you kind of scatter on the ground, that foundation is what the condition of the soil is. Is it fertile so that the seeds can sprout? Or is it sandy so that the birds can swoop down and take the information away? Let's think about that. What can possibly take away the information you so intentionally give to your kids? What do you think? Just kind of shout it out. Peer pressure. Thinking that you're the crazy one in your maybe elementary class who thinks there's something wrong with our financial system, right? What else? What other possible way can the seeds be picked up and taken away? Distractions. The endless input, or just the different, like the whoever's shouting the loudest on social media, or whoever's the funniest whoever is the most popular, saying something that goes against what mom and dad told me. What's another way the seeds can be swooped down and taken, like the birds can swoop down and take away the seeds? What do you think?
Through school, education.
Through education, some person in a position of authority saying, Bitcoin's a scam, and there's nothing wrong with our monetary system. You just need to know how to work the system.